Hey guys, so we're up here in the Humble area, and we had this gentleman, Jared, who's part of these animal rescues. He gave us a call this morning letting us know that this home that had flooded here in the Humble area, which flooded, they found this gator in the dining room of this home that is behind me. I'll show you that in a minute. But the officers here to your left, then along with a few others, managed to get the gator outside, and obviously they don't want the gator in this area while cleanup efforts are continuing here. So they're trying to get the gator out of here, and they're going to take it to another area. They're not going to kill it, and they're just going to take it to another area so they can relocate him. This is Jared right here. He's there with his assistant. Their goal right there was to first try to get him away from the gate, the fence there, and their next goal is to cover him up, and then these officers here on the left are about to kind of jump in and tape his mouth, but that attempt looks like it was just a little unsuccessful, so they're going to try to coax him back here in the gate, away from the gate again. Over here we have the homeowners. Let me just introduce you real quick. This is Brian, the homeowner. Brian, we're on Channel 13. I just want to ask you a couple questions. You were here last night, and then you came in this morning. That's when you made a discovery. Talk to me about what had happened.
Yeah, I left about 9 o'clock last night. Got back about 7:30 this morning. I walked through the house and saw that was just looking at demo in the house. And when I turned around to walk back through my dining room, I looked down and there was a 10-foot alligator in my dining room. So from there, it's just kind of been the guys that were helping demo, helped lasso him and drag him out the back door, and now we've got the game warden trying to get him out of the house.
Gotcha. I mean, you've never had a gator in your house before?
First time. I am from Louisiana originally, but I've been in Texas for 15 years, and it's still the first time I've ever had a gator in my house, in either state.
I mean, was it frightening, alarming? You know, as soon as you didn't think it was real at first, or the people that you were with didn't think it was?
The guy I was with just looked at it and asked me, "Is that thing real?" And I said, "Yes." And we're all in a big rush because I've got about 20 homes that I built back here that we're trying to get rebuilt in Sugar Creek Homes, and so it's been a busy day just trying to get the alligator back to a safe home somewhere.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing your story with us. So they're continuing these efforts over here. Oh, he just jumped up on top of him, so
wait for me.
Get in a little bit closer here. These two officers are going to try to tape the gator's mouth shut, which will allow everyone to be a lot safer once they close those jaws here. I'm going to zoom in real quick here just to kind of give you a close-up there. And it looks like we've got some success here, taping his mouth closed. Again, that'll ensure safety for everyone here.
Thank you, sir.
And there you go.
I got a tape measure up there on one of those columns.
So I'm going to go talk to Jared here real quick while it looks like part of his job is done here. So Jared, just talk to us about this gator real quick, and now that his mouth is taped. How big do you think he is? I know you have to measure him and weigh him and everything.
Yeah, we'll see. He's going to be probably 9 to 10 foot.
Mm-hmm. Is that typical for this area? And for something after a storm like this, is this typical? Have you been getting calls like this?
We are getting calls. We do know there are a lot of large alligators in this area. In and around the water bodies around Lake Houston. Mm-hmm. About 2 to 3 weeks ago, we caught a 7-11 foot alligator in a nearby area that was just traveling across school property. Mm-hmm. And we have been getting a lot of calls. Now that the weather's better, we're getting a lot of calls for animals that have been displaced, animals getting in people's homes and attics. Mm-hmm. Like this alligator was found in their home We're getting a lot of calls for deceased livestock that has drowned in the flooding.
Right.
So,
what's your advice for anyone in this area or the whole Houston area? You know, they're going to find any type of critter, gator, snake, whatever, you know, in their home. You know, if they find an animal this size in their home, such as Brian here, what's your advice to them?
yeah, just contact professionals. We're available and trying to get people to help. Texas Parks and Wildlife, contact them if you see an alligator. And they dispatched us to this location. Just stay away from them. It's just better to play it safe and let a professional handle the situation. Never attempt to feed the wildlife, especially alligators. That just creates a dangerous alligator. So we don't want them associating humans with food.
And your plan for this guy?
He will be relocated probably to a breed stock program where they're able to breed, and it helps benefit wild populations of alligators.
All right, great job. Thank you very much, Brian.
Thank you.
Jared.
That was Chris Nacero. First time I think I've seen like an alligator wrangling, you know, in detail.
Yes, and I'm glad it's the first time I've seen it. I'm sure a lot of folks don't want to see it coming through their house ever again.
Yeah.
So glad to be joining you here on the set, Melanie. I'm Gina Gaston. Good afternoon to those of you.